This is full guide on being productive for entry-level solopreneurs. If you're between 16 and 20, I'll double your productivity just by watching this video. I became 4 times more productive in a span of 1 year. Proof is somewhere here. It's all legit. And for your own sake, just watch this video till the end with full screen. If you can't focus for 15 or 20 minutes, like you don't deserve to get success, honestly. No waiting, let's start with deep and shallow work. Imagine you're on a stranded island. You're alone by yourself. You need to survive. There's no food, there are no supplies, there's nothing. There's slugs, snails everywhere around you. Like there are thousands of them. They've got like 1 or 2 grams of protein. Just surviving if you eat like hundreds of them, thousands of them. Never mind that you're gonna get ill, you're gonna get sick. Like it's fucking island. You're gonna have to eat at least something. But there are boars inside of the island. You're out of supplies. You're expected to live 2 or 3 days without food, without water, without anything. Would you risk going deep into that island looking for that boar, but feasting for the next week? You're gonna be eating, man. Or you can continue eating those snails on the ground, but it's just there for you to survive. It's just there for you to stay alive. But if you eat that boar, you're gonna get more energy. You're gonna build a base around it. You're gonna build a campfire, like tent, so that rain is not hitting you. All those things. And like that's exactly what happens in our lives. Those 9-to-5 workers, they eat those snails every single day. They don't have no more money to keep up because the tasks they're doing, work they're producing is fucking nothing. That shift they've done yesterday is that little snail that keeps them alive, like $8 an hour. For USA, it's fucking nothing. When you risk it and when you try to hunt the boar, you will be bad at it first. And this is pretty hard task, right? You have your bare hands, but when you first get it, you're gonna have such an euphoria. You're gonna finally stand up and feel that you have freedom, because that's a deep task. That's what's gonna actually move your business forward. That's what's going to change your life. That deep task is 10 times more important, but 10 times harder. 10x return requires skills. Of course it is, bro. Productivity is about working smart. Everyone meets their end by working some shitty job and they get $1,000, $2,000 a month living with parents. I bet you either work 9 to 5 or you don't even work. And you think, how can you make it work? And I swear to God, bro, by being productive, you can make 10 times more money than observing those business models, than fucking looking for that drop shipping site, that little product that you're gonna post on TikTok and blow up. No magic, bro. Deep work is hunting for that boar. Shallow work is eating those snails. Imagine you're in a ship with the crew. You're the captain, and there's a hole somewhere in the ship. So every one of your crew members go there to seal it, to like not let the ship sink. You as a captain need to steer the wheel, need to go forward. Those crew members, like chirping out the water, they're doing shallow work. They're letting you to not drown. But you as a captain need to do deep work. You need to navigate. You need to go forward. Do you know Carl Jung? He's a famous psychiatrist. His mentor was Freud. Do you know Albert Einstein? Of course we do. Those two individuals would lock up in the room, somewhere in a cabin, deep in the woods of Switzerland, of Germany, and they would be there for months and months, completely alone. They wouldn't have a cell phone. It's fucking 1930s, 1920s. They just lock up there. They have no windows. They have no nothing. They just work for 16 hours a day for months. You can call them weirdos. But they do that once or twice a month. But when they come back, they have the most important writings and papers for all history right now. They were the most influential people in the past century. They've done such an important work in psychiatry, in physics, in philosophy. Like, we understand people as we are because of them. They were working deeply. Bro, that's direct correlation. If you want something in your life, if you want to finally get up on your feet and fucking feel results, work deeply. How you do that? You work extra smart. You try to work more. You try to hustle. You try to work hard as fuck. There's some formula actually. It's work less to get more done. There are essentials in every areas of your life. Like there are only 1 or 2 things that will remove other bullshit, and if you only do them, you're gonna absolutely explode. If you're learning English, there are 5 areas, right? Listening, speaking, reading, writing, and vocabulary. Like honestly, you just need 2 or 3. Like give me speaking, give me reading. Like that's all. In reading, you get vocabulary. You will learn to write. And if you speak, you're going to articulate your words. So you don't need listening because you're speaking to someone. That's the thing with your work. You need to find that essential. And you need to find a task that will give you a leverage. So leverage is basically a lever that you pull on some task and it will give you 10 times more in return. If you can't pull 500 kilos, like humans couldn't lift 500 kilos thousands of years ago. So they found out how lever works. So they're able to lift weight that is 100 times more than them. That's exactly how it works here. One task can literally give you 100 times more than the other. If you just spend a second to think, what I'm gonna do next, this or this, that one task will give you 100 times more. Over time, it will literally accumulate to money. It will literally accumulate to results. Like if you do the right task every single day for just 1 or 2 hours, that's more than you do those shitty 6 hours of work, but you just were looking for websites or you were just eating those snails. If you want specific action steps, choose 1 or 2 tasks in your niche. This is for entry-level solopreneurs, remember. The meta right now, most effective tactic available is making videos, is building a personal brand. I don't give a damn what you're doing right now. You just have to record what you're doing. Main task for you is to record. For you is to script videos. Everything else, everything besides is shallow work. Choose that one task and just do that every single morning. Another action step. Have only 2 blocks per day, 2 hours each. Store it somewhere in your head. 2 blocks a day, 2 hours each. You're gonna put yourself a strict deadline of 2 hours. You're gonna put yourself a task. And if you're not doing it at that time, you're not working deep enough. Less is more by Sam Owens. I was brainwashed by his content and it works fucking brilliantly. Long and short term focus. You need to look at both. And first of all, focus works as a multiplier. It's not whether you're focused or not. It's how focused you are. It's not a binary thing. Like either you focus, either you don't. But it's rather how much can you work deeply without like looking at other distractions. Let's look at how focus works. Let's take 3 guys, James, Mike, and Nick. They have units of time, units of focus, and as a result, units of productivity. We all have the same time, 24 hours on the clock, 10 units of time, every one of them. First guy, James, has 2 units of focus. Remember, it works as a multiplier, so he has 20 units of productivity in total. Not bad, but he just started. He basically trades time over money, over the outcome. Now, Mike has 4 units of focus. He learned this shit. He was trying to work with no distractions. So it's like 40 units of productivity. 2 times more than James already. But it's not even half of what he can get. Nick has 10 units of focus, which is 100 units of productivity. Now this is 5 times more than James and 2.5 times more than Mike. Like if you think it's some random numbers, no. It works exactly like that. If you do work with actual deep approach, you're gonna make 5 times more results. You're gonna make 5 times more views because if you actually put efforts into your one video, it's absolutely gonna blow up. If you focus on that idea, focus on a killer script, you have no way but to get success, get fame. Holy fuck. And if you don't know what focus means, because everyone gets it wrong. Like they think it's some magic term that you need to turn on when you work, when you do some task. Like it magically appears or something like that. It's just pure ignorance. Like no one understands it. But I understood it perfectly. Like by watching hundreds of YouTubers, I literally sorted out every single YouTuber what they told me about focus, and I've compiled it into one sentence. Focus is single tasking. Focus is the ability to concentrate on a singular task at a time for as much as possible without getting distracted. If I simplify it, you just do one task at a time. Holy fuck, it's as simple as that. But we always listen to some music when we do shit. We always think about something else. We always talk to our family, talk to your friends. You sit in social media while looking for something in your laptop. Like, learn the skill, bro. At least once a day. Sit down with nothing else but your work. Main obstacles you're gonna face. Shiny object syndrome. No traction. A lot of distractions. Let me explain to you. Opposite of distraction is not focus, but traction. Everyone misunderstands it. But traction is how you're getting pulled toward the thing. Like how you're interested in the shit. Distraction is the thing that pulls you away from the thing you want. You try to record some video and then someone knocks on your door or you get a notification. Like that's the distraction. But your traction is not being affected by it, but just going through and recording. It cannot work like that, bro. If you don't like the thing, you're not gonna be focused. That's as simple as that, bro. You can force yourself. You can be disciplined all the time. You can visualize your dreams. But at the end of the day, bro, you have to enjoy it. You have to extract fun from it. A lot of people just go on discipline. A lot of people just do tasks because they need to. Like, there's no sweet answer. Everyone does it just to survive, just to make money, to feed their family. But listen, it's not fulfillment. Like, while you're in your parents' home, while you have free time, while you have energy, you need to optimize your life. You need to be that productive guy that is fulfilled, actually does something that is meaningful, not wasting his youth by like working a 9 to 5, eating snails. That's the time to finally use traction, do something meaningful, find that business model and fucking double down on it. When you're pulled towards the thing, you're not gonna focus on distractions because main thing is gonna be funnier. Main thing is gonna be more important. Shiny object syndrome occurs from you deprioritizing your main thing. Like, your main thing is not that sweet. There are actually so much other business models. There's so much other girls rather than your average one. You either have to block yourself from all of those external things that are influencing you, or brainwash yourself to think that your approach, your method, your thing is the best one on this fucking planet. Like, I'm doing both. Content creation is the best, literally the best business model I've ever seen in my life. Like, I've analyzed this shit, bro. This is the best one. And being productive is the best thing ever. Like, no one gets hurt from being productive. When you have a meaningful life, money doesn't matter. I was not getting clients for the past month, but I've been improving my content. But I'm actually ready to get it right now. Like, I'm getting from 100 to 400 views per video. But each eyeball, each view gets more meaningful because I'm putting quality in my content. I'm gonna tell you a little cheat code that actually works all the time. Do you know about flow? Flow state, you've heard about it, right? That's the state of mind when you lose sense of time and when you focus on one task and you're absolutely drowned into that, bro. Like, you're dialed in. Every single time you enter a flow, you're focused automatically. So rather to focus, rather use that vague term, you will enter flow. You just need to do your thing for more than 15 minutes. And when you're getting into the process, you're flowing. Nothing stops you. So all of the hardness to enter flow will be in the first 5 minutes. Just bury yourself, bro. Just open the laptop. Just use the 5-minute rule. Put a timer and just start doing your thing. Never mind that you're tired. Never mind nothing. Just sit down for 5 minutes. Try to do your task. And after those 5 minutes, you will decide either you want to continue or stop working. In 99.9%, everyone will continue because the only obstacle is getting started. Main obstacle is just that barrier, between procrastination and productivity. And every single distraction from your main thing is like cheating on your wife. Imagine you're living with your wife and some girl knocks on your door. It's delivery and she's certainly flirting with you. But actually your wife is flying out next week to Italy. You're absolutely free. You've got no work because you're working deeply. You work like 2 hours in the morning. You make 10 times more money than all of your peers. But that's not the point. Will you agree to spend time with her and not tell your wife? And she's actually hotter. In the next month, you're going to be dating. In the next year, you're going to tell your wife and finally divorce her. Marry to her, to a new girl. And when you're going to notice, after 5 months of living together, you realize that she's a fucking hoe. She didn't tell you about herself that much. She's a fucking demon inside when you're living together. She's actually throwing these tantrums. You can't find your two living together. So you trade 10 years of your family life with first wife to a bit hotter girl to find out she's fucking nothing. It's like working on your business for 5 years. See something prettier. See something that makes you money right now. And fucking hop on it. Stop cheating on your wife. Stop cheating on your business model. Stop cheating on your dreams. Now we're moving to how to cure procrastination. We're covering all topics here, bro. I've been studying this shit for over a year now. I become 4 times more productive. Bro, I can give you the knowledge 2 times faster. I can make you double your productivity. In the next 21 days, if you book a call with me, and I can absolutely guarantee you that. Instead of finding everything yourself, instead of finding those sources for months and months like I did, you can just copy me. You can just implement what I'm going to tell you. I want to talk about Leonardo da Vinci. He was working on Mona Lisa for a long, long time. I know her real name is like Gioconda or something like that. That's not the point. When he was working every single day, he was procrastinating as hell. Every single time he would wake up and visualize that dream, visualize that girl. Every single detail, every single wrinkle, fabric of her clothes, every single molecule, bro. He would be absolutely overwhelmed. He would work only 30 minutes a day. He would overthink his decisions. That's why he was making for 5 or something like that years. One painting, 5 years. He was visualizing whole fucking Mona Lisa. Literally one of the hardest and the most complicating paintings of the time. Of course, he would be fucking overwhelmed because this is the procrastination of anticipation. Like when you're anticipating some task and you get overwhelmed by amount, by volume, by hardness of the task, you start to pity yourself. You start to back away from the thing. You don't want hardness. Like your brain doesn't want to feel hardness. He wants to get results right now. Hard work, meaningful work actually will not make your results now. It will make your results in 5 years. He will make your results in 1 year, 10 times more, 100 times more in return. But you're gonna bear it today, and your brain doesn't want to. So you always procrastinate on recording. You always procrastinate on doing something, that is not immediate. Like you can work 9 to 5 pretty easily because you're getting paid immediately. You can need a sale for right fucking now. But your brain will absolutely hate doing some task that is vague, that you don't know if it works or not. With your logical brain, you understand it works, right? But your primal brain, that lives with hormones and like emotions, feelings, it doesn't want to. You think it spends energy for nothing. So that is the most popular way to procrastinate. And how we fix that? Stop thinking of your work as a whole. when you approach it. Cut the pie into pieces. Lower that perceived hardness. Bro, your task is not hard. Work is not draining. Work is not hard. Every one of you think of work as something like draining, as a burden, or something super hard, uncomfortable. Bro, work is a part of our life. Bro, work is literally 60 or 70% of our lives. Like, usual adult spends almost all his time on working. Like, you don't know, but more than half of the population right now that is not like financially free, that is not living fulfilling lives with enough money, they work 90% of the day. That's genuinely depressing. Wasting your life on a thing you don't like. And I'm here to tell you that you have to enjoy your work. You have to lower the hardness. You cut the pie into pieces. When you eat an elephant by a single bite, you're gonna get the thing. Like, recording video is not actually sitting and talking for 30 minutes. It's pulling out your mic, opening your laptop and seeing and looking at the script. And finally, it's just to press the button, say the intro. When you break the thing into logical steps, one after the other, you will get the thing done finally. That shit works practically all the time. Just never think about the task as a whole. You have to make each step, you have to plan it thoroughly as fuck, so that every single time you enter it, you know, you just have to do X. You just have to say one word, then another, then another. And it flows. Remember, flow state is a little cheat code to focus. Okay, now we have to figure out your life as a whole. Essentialism. Become an essentialist. 2.0. Imagine you come to the horse racing. There are 10 horses you can bet on. They're on the field right now, ready to race. And they're absolutely identical. It doesn't matter who will win. It's a little lottery. It's just randomness, because every one of them could win. And you need to bet 10k. You will get 2x in return. 20k for a winning horse. Kind of risky, right? 10% chance of winning. Return is 2x. You come to the horse racing next day, and it's their anniversary. 50 years. You come to the manager, and you want to put a bet again. But you know, today, there's only one horse on the field. They tell you it's some weird ad campaign. They let their clients win regardless, because if there's only one horse, the chance of winning is 100%. It doesn't fucking matter. You will get to the top. You will get to the finish line. Imagine, you will win 100% whatever amount you bet. And that's not delusional. I'm not dreaming. That example is happening right now in your life. When you're trading one horse for 10 horses, you have 10 or more things in your life. You're learning some languages. You're going to some courses. You're attending events you don't need on weekends. You have those meaningless conversations with friends. You're arguing with them. You try some business model. You try some side hustle. You try to work 9 to 5 to get money right now. You get into sports, martial arts, gym. You want to hike some mountain. You want to ride on a bike. Like, I can continue on and on, bro. You just have too much crap. You spread your attention, you spread your energy, so you get nothing in return. You pay with your attention. Every single new thing you add on top of yourself, you lower the chance of winning for your main thing. Like, what's the pain for you right now? It's money, right? It's not relationships. It's not studying. It's just making money, bro. It's building the foundation for providing for your parents. It's building the foundation for yourself. It's having that safety pad. Every single time you struggle financially, you're having that money. You will be able to afford to buy anything you want. Like, that's the real pain. That's the real struggle. You're adding things on top. You're having crush on 3 girls at the same time. Like, stop that BS, bro. I was struggling with it a lot until I finally figured out how things work. And I need to prioritize. I need to move towards meaningful things. Like, meaningful is having one thing in each area of your life. Health, wealth, relationships, hobbies. Just have 4 things in your life. I work on my business. I record these videos. That's meaningful. That's purposeful. That's gonna make me money. That's the first one. That's the priority of priorities. Then I have health, physique, like running, relationships. I don't date right now. I'm not looking for no relationships. So I'm just gonna socialize with my friends. I'm just gonna be open to anyone. And I won't care. I'm not spending my energy on finding some girl right now. Like, hobbies. I do hike. That's all. That's why by the time you're watching this video, I'm probably getting my first client. That's why I'm gonna summit 4,000ers, 5,000ers. That's why I'm gonna run my first race and almost win it, because I'm focused, bro. I'm dialed in. Like, I don't spend my time on bullshit. That's meaningful for me. I'm basically enjoying working hard. I'm basically enjoying talking to you right now. That was hard in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. The hardest point, remember, is the starting point. But I applied 5-minute rule. I've just pulled out these lights. I've just pulled out my mic. And it started flowing crazy. It's not hard for me to run. It's not hard for me to go to the gym. Like, that's the part of my life that's meaningful for me. I enjoy it more than I struggle. Like you just have to live it like an essentialist. Like, you have to think about less shit and do less shit. Like, there's so much thoughts in your brain. You have RAM and SSD like in your PC. It's literally taking all of your space right now. You have no way to operate fucking normally, because there are 100 thoughts right now in your mind. There are 100 decisions you have to make that you postpone. They're fucking storing in your brain. Like you need to wash the dishes or make homework or do something else. Either you delete all of your thoughts, either you make them done, either you, I don't know, bro, restart your brain, but you're gonna have to have only 3 or 4 things on your RAM and clear your SSD too. Spend less time on things that don't matter to things that actually matter. Imagine you have your goals. Every single time you're moving towards your goal, you're living a meaningful life. But how many hours of your day do you actually work on your goal? Do you actually work on something meaningful? What, 40%, 30% of the day? Imagine 60 or 70% of your day you waste on fucking nothing. How you're able to build success if you literally waste more than half of your fucking day? Just think about it. Bro, every single hour of mine is meaningful. Every single hour of mine, I'm either learning about my thing, about being productive. Either I'm working, either I'm studying and socializing, either I'm working on my physique. That's all. So you have to spend as less time as possible on things that don't matter. Don't put no efforts into them. Stop prioritizing bullshit. You have only 3 or 4 things in your life. Think of your energy and time as the most valuable resource, because it is, and spend it all towards 3 or 4 things that you will actually succeed in. And 2 pro tips I'm gonna leave you in the end. Holy shit, that video goes deeper than everything I've recorded. First one is brain fasting. You have brain points. Every single time you do something, it requires you brain points. Did you feel that? When you try to approach some work, you literally can't. You come home after school and you literally can't fucking do the work because it takes more brain points that you have right now. It's hard. This thing is real. If you spend your brain points before you work on some bullshit, you're not going to be able to record. You're not going to be able to do the work. Of course, apply brain point fasting. Stop spending your energy on bullshit. Do the hard thing first and then go and have your meal and then go and talk to your friends. Like, do the uncomfortable thing first. Spend your brain points to the right direction and then you'll be free to do anything else. And then in the end, do you know about that Asian philosophy term? When, there's dark and white side, is dualism. They cannot live without each other. So dark side is that hard work and white side is that relaxing part when you're basically doing nothing. You cannot just hustle and you cannot just rest. Those things are inseparable. If you try to hustle right now, you're doomed. You're fucked. And if you rest too much and if you listen to my advice, like working less, but you actually work less and do unimportant tasks, you're basically doing nothing. You're still wasting your time. So there has to be balance in. Deep, actually hard work in the morning, complete relaxing, chilling in the evening. Cortisol in the morning, dopamine in the evening. I'm gonna give you an advanced tip that no one ever gave you. But you're gonna extract cortisol in the morning. You're gonna do that uncomfortable thing first. And then you're gonna indulge. And then you'll be free to consume everything, to eat, to have fun, to watch movies. That's how you're building balance and success at the same fucking time. That's how you're living a fulfilling life. Productive man is a fulfilled man. It's not the man that does the most things on this planet Earth. Productivity is something about else. Productivity is about this, about sustainable fucking life, when you're just moving towards your goal, when it's meaningful, when you're focused, when actually you do progress, but you enjoy it at the same time. Fucking awesome. If you watch till the end, I know you're ready to double your productivity. Like, it's not hard. I swear to God. It's just that you have to understand how it works and then you're gonna flow. Remember, 2 times more productive in 21 days if you click on the link below. I'm gonna see you on a call or watch this video if you're not ready.